U.S. is really responsible for the industrialized agricultural model that just creates a factory for the manufacture of what it would consider cheap meat. The animal becomes just a unit of production. It is ignored in regards to it being a sentient being, that it has the ability to feel pain and suffering.
The commercial industry of meat has put profit and speed above value in animal welfare. Animals, particularly swine, are kept in extreme confinement, more so than any other species. Swine are kept shoulder to shoulder facing in one direction where they can't even turn around. Between 93 and 99.7% of the beef, poultry, chicken, and turkey industries are dominated by only one breed, and often that one breed only has one or two genetic lines. What happens is if any disease hits that genetic line, you risk wiping out millions and millions of animals. We have animals that no longer are able to resist a lot of the diseases that are around, which is why we have a high use of antibiotics in farming. And we no longer have the genetic resources to address problems when they come. Right now, within the swine industry, we have a disease that is wiping out piglets across the country. Over 9 million piglets have died in the last year from this virus.
It has a record in the United States and demonstrating that around the world that it has no respect for the environment.
Here at Des Moines Water Works, we're responsible for treating water, drinking water for 500,000 Central Iowans. We take our water directly from one of two rivers, corn and soybean and CAFO, that is animal feeding operations, upriver from us, are pushing nitrate concentrations into our source waters and forcing us to remove them to make the water safe for our community. We think agricultural accountability, or the thought that the polluter should pay for cleaning it, has been lost in the public policy discussion. In the summer of 2013, for almost 80 days, we had to denitrify every day at a total cost to our customers of about $1 million. The current technology has to be replaced or we risk public safety and public health by not being able to denitrify, and that will cost $100 million. The agricultural section, which is basically 90% of the contribution of nitrogen into our water, is unregulated. The point of the litigation under the Federal Clean Water Act is really to focus on what I'll term agricultural accountability, to look at the uniquely Iowa drainage systems called drainage districts, where that plumbing system for agriculture is treated no different than any other point source polluter.
And we're finding that consumers across the country are willing to seek out better meat. They understand that the cheap meat that they've been buying in the quantities that they've been buying it are unhealthy both for them and the planet. And by consuming better meat and less meat overall, we can help to address a lot of those issues and both help the farmer be able to afford to do what they do, help the planet limit the number of animals being raised in horrible ways, and help people enjoy better quality and better tasting meat.
We're not trying to reinvent anything, we're trying to respect the lives that we take from these animals. What we fight is waste. So recently what we've been doing is we'll take the shoulders, and we actually hand chop them fine and serve in a muse of lamb tartare. We take the breasts or the bellies off. We've been making pastrami out of them. Or back in the corner, there's pancetta made from lamb's belly. We've been taking the loin out as a whole and the legs and cutting them into steaks, serving them kind of as a prime cut. Then we have a separate offal menu, so the actual neck will cut off here and debone and roll thigh and braise, cook sous vide, and have a dish based just on the lamb's neck. So the whole animal will get utilized, every last bit of it.
We can no longer afford the cheap meat policy that the United States has created and now exporting around the world. This model bankrupts our environment, bankrupts the farmers, bankrupts the rural economy, and really gives us a product that is just absolutely opposed to everything that slow food stands for. So coming together in Denver allows us the ability to have that dialogue and that conversation about what we can do in the future to take action to reverse that trend of industrialized agriculture.